Man, there's no room in here at all. Goodbye. This is an interesting feature, look. If you look at this. This is the Vauxhall and Opel service location map. Hello? Hello? What shall I do first? Right guys, welcome to the shop. Welcome to the first video in this new series where we're going to be taking this Vauxhall Chevette that's not been on the road for many years and hopefully doing a light restoration on it and getting it back on the road, back being used and back being driven. So please subscribe. Let's get into it. The smelling. It's got that abandoned old car, misty kind of, oh, I don't want to be sitting in it really. I love looking through this stuff, guys. This is the original Chevette owner's manual. Look at that, look. Just having a look through. This is part of, you know, owning a classic car, modern classic, whatever you want to class it as. Vauxhall service location map. That is really cool. So there's basically a map that you could get, or you was given, and it is basically every dealer or every Vauxhall service centre is pinpointed on the map. And then you've got, on the back, you've got their address. This is the Vauxhall and Opel service location map. I mean, look how cool that is. That is smart. I love this. I love this stuff. So the last known time this was on the road, which is 2013, which is about right, because what's that? That's over 10 years. So yeah, this has been parked up for kind of 10 years. So we've got a receipt for some mats, £9 or £9.15. Look at this. 6 months service, £14.46. That can't be right. When was that? I suppose it is the 1st of the 8th, 83. That's the first 6 months. That was a 6 month service. So they must have done 6 monthly services then or something. That's why there's 2 services done in 83. And this was registered in 83. As mentioned, this is a 1983 Vauxhall Chevette in the luxurious brown. She comes with orange stains as well and a bit of green. If we push her over a little bit so we can see. So we can see this side a little bit easier. And then I'll push it back and show you that side. So this, like I've mentioned, isn't going to be a crazy restoration. It's going to be more of a done is the new perfect, is my new saying. So she's got some spurious wheel nuts on. So there is some patchwork to do, as you can see. There's a nice hole there and a nice hole there that we can see inside the vehicle. So we're going to have to take all the wings off, give it a good looking over. The bottom of the door is gone, as you can see, and the sill is going to be quite questionable. She is crusty, guys. She is crusty. But I'm being hopeful. And you never know. Sometimes things are worse than you think, but also sometimes things aren't as bad as you think. So I'm just going to take it with a pinch of salt and just, you know, what we come across, we're going to fix. Oh, the old door sound, eh? So inside here is it's actually not as spacious as I thought it would be. I mean, the chair needs moving back, but I don't think it goes back any further. It's not as big as I kind of thought it would be. We've got it's a sunroof model, so that's going to definitely 100% leak. This footwell definitely gets puddles in it, so there is a leak from somewhere, potentially the screen. Who knows, maybe it is the sun. What did I call it? What's it called? Sunscreen? No. What's it called? It's just completely gone. I forgot what that's called. Okay, moving on. So, quick looking in here. We've got a couple of dash stickers. Quality. Sharp. This panel here, I don't know if that was anything else on a different model, but it seems quite big. So recorded mileage on the clocks is that. As you'll notice, there's no rev counter. So you've got your fuel, your temperature. I don't really know what this is here. In between. There's gauges either side. I'm not really sure on that. You've got the clock and obviously your warning lights and your speedo. Jumping up in 20s. 120. Come on. Got your choke cable. This is an interesting feature, look. If you look at this. So I think that's definitely something that we're going to have to look at. Let me try and get out. We've got the usual, kind of loose door cards and bits of carpet hanging off, and that's that hole, which is quite concerning. You've got your massive fuse box there. Look at it. I love it. I absolutely love it, guys. Look at the hazards. Brilliant. That. It's got the classic brown dash, which goes with the lovely high gloss brown paintwork. I'm not sure if this was original, this gold, or whether that was added on later on. Someone's done it as like a customization. I'm not sure. I would say it's been added on because it's just quite a prominent tape line, but then it could have just been damaged and done after. I'm not sure. I would have thought if it was factory, there would have maybe been a pinstripe along there. It's got the original Chevette badge on it still, and the original Vauxhall badge. So it's got all the exhaust fitted, obviously pretty much going to be scrap. She's quite crusty. Some sort of drain there. I don't know what that is. Maybe for the fuel tank or something. I don't know. There's a hole there. So she's got work. Okay, so now we'll pop the bonnet and I'll show you that. Oh, look at this beauty. I'm not going to lock this again until I've got a plaster on. So this is what we have got. So you've got your 1256? Basically, they say it's like a 1.3 1300. You've got a fantastic carpet edition. There, look. Which I'm sure has collected the moisture and has probably rotten underneath. But all in all, this HT lead here looks like it probably needs some sort of work on it. And this looks quite, this is missing. I don't know where this would have gone. The airbox is kind of, there's no air filter in it, which is a bit strange. This is basically, how you see this car is basically how I picked it up. I got it trailered home, I pushed it in the garden, and it's pretty much got locked up, and I haven't touched a thing on it. So the battery tray looks okay. Maybe a clean up, change maybe that. There's a bit of a linkage here, which I'm presuming that looks like that. So that's a throttle cable, yeah. Servo looks a bit crusty. But yeah, the airbox for some reason is like this. So I'd say someone at some point has tried to start it and they've maybe took the air filter out and tried some easy start or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, it seems to be... Oh, it's the first thing I've broke. I was about to say it seems to be all there. I don't know why that's just broke. I'd imagine the carb's going to need a rebuild. Maybe needs a good jet wash off. I don't know if it even turns yet or whether it's seized. That doesn't want to come off. Fantastic. And then down there you've got your mechanical fuel pump by the look of it, which runs to the tank. Maybe there's no return. I don't know if this will have a return on it or not. So this is the feed. Okay, so I don't know what that would have been. Maybe that's the return. But why would it not be attached to anything? So this is what we're getting into basically. If I touch anything, it either falls off, snaps. Yeah, I do own a Haynes manual, and hopefully I can kind of do some research and just look into the manual to see what's missing if I come across any problems, or if any of you subscribers or followers know these, you might help me out. But down there looks okay. So yeah, quite honest, again, just an honest car. I think I might get rid of all this. I just think it's going to be so difficult to clean that up and make it look nice and tighten it up that I might just get rid of it. I don't know if the bonnet's brown. The bonnet is brown underneath. There's probably a mouse or something living in there maybe. Feels a bit strange. So yeah, I think we'll maybe take that off. But struts, all the inner wings look solid, which is fantastic. There we go, we'll move round. Obviously this is going to be the next video. It's going to be digging this out and we're going to do a full will it run video, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get this running. We'll carry on around the rest of the car and I'll show you the rest, and we'll move on from the engine bay. Let's get this over. These dollies are a massive game changer. This side's just basically the same as the other side. A little bit of damage. This side's probably a cleaner side. The bottom of the door's in a lot better condition, although it's still quite bad. These are quite common, it seems, to go on the bottom of the wing there. So there's going to be a lot of sheet metal work, and I'm not a sheet metal guy. There's going to be a lot of, you know, time involved, which, you know, that's kind of, this is going to hopefully be, we're going to try and keep this a low budget build. We're just going for honest work that kind of looks decent and looks like it should be there, or it was done factory-ish, and we're just going to get it on the road and use it and enjoy it. Obviously you got the front bumper. This is a different side of the dash. I mean, look at the character, guys. I just love it. It's obviously a 4-speed. Can you get that? Yep. Obviously it's a quick release version as well. And then, yeah, let's get the boot open. There we go. Oh, that's crusty. Okay, so we've got some, oh, look at this. Look at that. Quality. I just love this, guys. Look at this. I just love this stuff. This was when stuff was made. I don't know, man. That's proper. I like that. So basically, we've got a selection of parts in here. From, you know, your wheel trims to a box that's just got like old indicators in. It's got some old brakes. You know, just an old brake servo. Sometimes it's worrying when you see some stuff because you wonder why they've got a secondary one of it. Something in here, some goodies. Now the petrol cap is there. So I believe on a hatchback, the fuel tank is behind the seats, kind of there. Well, because this is a hatchback, the tank must be down here. Let's get this all out because I want to show you all what we're starting with. So let's not cut corners. Hello. Okay, so let's get some of this out and see what we're starting with. So we've got some sort of boot line carpet here. We've got some quality. How do these work? Oh yes. Okay, so they work. This can go up. It's quite difficult with one hand. There we go. Look at the quality of these. Brilliant. All in here is solid, which is good. At least there's something that I don't know what that is. I don't know how these come up. It looks like they must just pull up. Okay. So this kind of looks like it twists and interlocks into the body. So if you twist that off. Okay, she's coming. We're just going to take our time. This looks like it slides into the back. So I think it's just stubborn here. Go. Okay. So there we go. I don't know what we're going to find under here. Okay, interesting. No mice. We've not found any mice yet. But what we have found, again, I don't know much about these cars, so I'm kind of learning as I go. That's obviously a shock absorber top. Interesting to see that down there will need a bit of work, but actually not too bad. You've got a full spare and a jack in here. So then this is obviously the fuel tank side. And then let's have a look what we're working with. So far no mice, which is good, which means I haven't introduced any into the shop. So actually you've got your senders on there and your wiring's plugged in, runs to the back. You've got your fuel pipe there, which I will be replacing, but it actually looks generally good. I mean, to be honest, guys, that tank I would say has been replaced at some point. Maybe a DIY job. Or maybe that's just how they was done. Don't know. I'd say the breather that we saw underneath was to do with this, maybe a vent for the tank. But yeah, I mean, we can't obviously run off whatever's in there, but to be honest, for a start, that's quite good because I was expecting to have to replace the tank, but that might be usable. We will take it off. We will get it running on a jerry can first, or some easy start, before we, you know, start stripping that off. But yeah, I think that's quite good. So that's the back. Fuel tank and spare. Quite a sensible layout really, actually. Quite strong with all this structure in it. So here's all our parts out. This is what I mentioned. This does look more... I kind of look at this wing now and think that does look more like Vauxhall, you know, colour scheme Vauxhall may have done. Is that badge original, this sticker? This is what I mentioned. Where the break between the two paints are, they've put like a sticker across there. That's kind of what I was trying to refer to before with a pinstripe. Those are all the parts. And then you've got, I've just thrown that back in for now. And then this is nice reflector. This is inside. Like I said, it's just, it's quite clean actually. I bought this because, to be honest, it's quite an honest car. Sunroof, it's just come to me. This is quite an honest car, so I'm quite happy with it. You know, it's just an honest, usable classic that me and my daughter can go out in on a Sunday morning and just have a bit of fun, providing that I can get it running and providing I can teach myself how to do the jobs that are going to be required to get done. So it should be a good, fun project. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, I'm just being honest, just because I'm quite happy with what I've seen, fuel tank wise and stuff. The boot floor's pretty solid, underneath's quite crusty, but I mean, it's just nuts and bolts and time at the end of the day. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which will be the Will It Run video. Let's see if we can get this thing running. Take care, guys. Oh, it's a nice bit of history, that. I suppose now we best actually start working on this car and stop dreaming about it. Welcome to the first video in this new series. Welcome to this first video. How many times am I going to have to do this?